the top of Breedts Nek, and hey man, this is why we live in South Africa. It's fantastic. Suzuki's idea with giving us the motorbikes today was to see, are they real world adventure bikes? And quite honestly, the answer has to be a resounding yes.
100%.
And we're only saying that because we come around the corner, it's about 40 degrees in the shade, and they've snuck their Jimnys up the other side of the hill full of a case of cold drinks for us. So well done to you, sir.
Welcome, guys.
But very cool. I'm sorry I missed the cars coming up. I'd like to watch them going back down again. Guys, if you're in the market for an adventure motorcycle, this is really one that you need to have a look at. Is that a fair comment, guys?
Yeah.
Without a doubt. It's perhaps not as aggressive as some of the other 1000cc plus bikes out there, but we kind of like that because especially on really gnarly roads like this, it's very predictable, and it makes decent horsepower.
Well, it's not trying to snap the handlebars out of your hand over every obstacle.
Correct, John.
So you can roll on the power. You know what the power is going to do. The bike is smooth over there. We went up some hectic stuff that we've been up here on other bikes before, where it's actually been intimidating coming up, and where this hasn't, it's basically smoothed a lot of it out.
Yeah, it's one of those bikes that you can walk or you can run, as simple as that. So you can literally go as fast as you want to, or if you're a more conservative rider like Sean and I, you can just walk up, find your route, and off it goes. And this 1000cc engine makes beautiful torque. Is that a good comment?
Yeah, look, the bottom end, the way it puts the power down is what makes this bike so special. You open it up, especially on the loose stuff, it's not going to throw your ass completely sideways.
Yeah.
It's going to plant it and it's going to go forward.
And better than the previous model, would you say? I think they did this more for kind of mid-range use. Would you agree with that? Listen, I've ridden both, and they are so close, Carl. They are close.
Definitely more mid on these. This has got a little bit lower.
Okay, so bottom end,
the only reason why I say so is put that in second gear. You want to pop a wheelie, you got to work really hard. Put this in second gear, you want to pop a wheelie, it does it.
I couldn't pop a wheelie if you paid me all the money in the world.
As silly as it sounds.
Neither could he on one of my bikes.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'd be like irresponsible.
This is Stuart, by the way. Welcome, Stuart. Thanks for bringing us your
Sorry,
motorbike.
did I wheelie your bike?
No, I hope so.
Guys, let's talk about something else, and this is an important part. Does the small wheel matter? No. I mean, we've ridden up, guys. I'll tell you this: if you've ever ridden Breedts Nek, you'll understand. It's really washed out at the moment. It's not pretty. It's the kind of stuff that dirt bike guys like us really enjoy. Where road people would find it really intimidating. I didn't clonk at all. Did you clonk anywhere? Did you find any problems?
Look, because of my weight, I went through once or twice, but I was going up some hectic stuff quite hard.
Yeah.
But the other thing I will say about the small wheels is we're running up on street tires.
Oh yeah. Hey, have a look at the tires. There's no fancy tires on here either. And none of us had any kind of problem. We are experienced riders. We didn't buy bikes yesterday, but we certainly. I'm not a Ross Branch. None of us are really. Carl's probably please don't tell him this, but he's probably the best trick rider, dirt bike rider, etc.
Yeah.
But okay, then there's something else I want to hear. Yeah. But I also want to touch on the suspension, guys. It's fantastic. I had Stefan on the back with me, and I kept saying to him, "Bud, how are you feeling?" He says, "This is one of the most comfortable bikes I've ever been on." And is that genuine comment, Stefan? 100%. He's been on the back with all of us, with eyes wide. You know, we had a close one over there. And I said, "How are you finding it?" He says, "It's a comfortable motorcycle to ride. It's really good." You went through those things at Mach 4. Did you have any issues?
No issues. Straight off the bat, there's nothing wrong. I mean, look, they can be tweaked. If you want to tweak it, you want to ride it a bit harder. But straight off the bat, would I change anything? No.
And is it fair comment to say this is a bike for everyone?
I would say that, but I just want to comment on the suspension where I said I bottomed out. Is because the suspension was set soft. I'm 110 odd kilograms. I tweaked up the suspension a little bit, stiffened it up a little bit, and I was hundreds. I was fine. It was just a couple of clicks here and there, and each bike is adjustable. Also, because of my height, I found the handlebars a little bit too low. I borrowed a set of Allen keys from Stuart on the side of the road. It took me 3 minutes just to push the handlebars up into the right position. So you can set the bikes up quite quickly for yourself on the side of the road if you need to.
That's the beauty of modern motorcycles.
To be fair, I've met some of the Suzuki test riders, and it would probably be 8 of them on that bike to even come to your one of your legs.
Yeah, so absolutely.
Probably didn't go to that extreme in testing.
No, the guys.
There's also why you can adjust it.
Their fingers fit through a gap this big, and we don't.
Yeah, that's what they.
I just want to comment on one other thing. The bike's not here, but that Suzuki with all the luggage. I need to say, I rode it up one of the steep bits, and it doesn't rattle, eh? So it's not like a lot of the aftermarket stuff where you're going clang, clang, batter, bang. It's well made, it fits nicely, and it doesn't shake, rattle, and roll all over the place.
And the special is still on 255, including as she stands with the side boxes, top boxes.
255 with the top boxes and everything.
With the 3 sets, yeah, with the 3
Yes,
boxes.
The other thing that you need to remember, you can ride this bike to Cape Town, no problem.
Yes, it's super
However,
comfortable.
what you can also do is if you want to take on a dirt road and ride and do a jump, for instance, ride over a big rock, it can do it.
Well, it's not a case of it can do it. It actually does it really well.
It does.
It's a very well balanced motorcycle. We can't say, guys, they're great motorcycles. There's nothing wrong with any of these bikes. They've got good power, great suspension, they handle well, and they shine on the road. They really are. They're good fun to ride, hey?
And people are too disparaging about the 17-19 inch combination.
I agree with you.
My old GS that I ride's got 17-19 combination.
Yeah.
Most of the bikes have got 17-19 combination. Where that comes in, it gives you better road stability at high speed. But also what it does, and you know, I used to work for a big tire importer, motorcycle tire importer. It opens up the range of tires, gives you a wider selection of tires for these bikes. So it's easier to find tires. The tires are actually a bit cheaper, and you get a better quality and a better selection of tires in that range. Where with your 1821s, your range comes down by about 90%.
Okay.
So on the one particular brand, in the 1821 configuration, there's only really 3 tires. Yeah. Whereas in the 1719, there was, I think, 10 or 12 different models.
Well, look, the other big thing, and I hear you on the tires 100%. The other big thing, having a smaller wheel, it's easier to get your feet on the ground. The bike doesn't sit as tall, which can be very intimidating.
But it hasn't been a handicap coming up.
No, not at all.
Well, the question you got to ask is how many people can feel the difference between a 19 and a 21?
Well,
after this.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many people
It
can
would
feel
come
that?
to being able to get your foot down. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Really, really it does. Especially for someone who doesn't spend their life riding motorcycles.
Well, that yellow one, the one with the pannier set on, is the one I normally ride, and I'm a road rider. So
Yeah.
that has full road tyres on.
Yes, it has.
So whoever
We
rode that
noticed
up off-road, but I hope you
Yes.
found there was a bit of a difference compared to these sort
Not
of...
road riders, it was slicks. It was
Well, they're full road race tyres.
especially through the
because,
puddle.
You know, that's where I ride it. I don't know about the sand stuff. You guys are on your own.
But boys, listen, I've got an idea now. We've managed to wrestle these beautiful motorcycles all the way up the hill without any mishap. I think it's only reasonable now that we remove the keys, we pass them to the Jimny drivers, we get those keys, and let's listen to some AC/DC on the way down.
Actually, I think,
to the aircon.
I think since I don't ride sand and I came up in the Jimny, I think I'll enjoy my aircon while you guys put your jackets back on and ride down the mountain there.
But these are the Suzuki V-Stroms. They've got the old models on special. The new ones are out. Fantastic motorcycle. We've had a wonderful time.
It's
Thanks
probably
to
one of my favorite motorcycles on the market.
You said that the last time when we did the multi-test. It's a very unassuming bike and it does everything really, really well. There's no question. Okay, if we can't drive the Jimnys, can we at least race you guys down there?
Go for it.
Excellent, 100%. Thanks, guys.